Welcome to the Dr. Ramsey Show, sponsored by Revitalize Functional Medicine. If you're looking for health tips released consistently every week, you've showed up to the right place. We're grateful that you're joining us, and now your host, Dr. Teresa Ramsey.
Hello and welcome back to the Dr. Ramsey Show. Today I have my son on with me, Walker. He was able to do an 8-day NAD treatment. He was detoxing his entire body since COVID, and he went through 8 days of 8 hours of IVs of NAD. NAD is also used for the treatment of addiction, and I'd like to have somebody on here soon that's done our addiction protocol. What Walker did was the brain restoration one, which is a detox for the brain, it's a detox for the body. And I'd also like to have on someone that we've worked with that we actually reverse Alzheimer's on with NAD for 8 days. So let's talk to Walker. Let's see what his experience was like to go through this huge detox. Sure. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me on the show that I'm recently here for every Monday. But so I went through the NAD protocol, not really sure what to expect. I did want to detox as far as have put on a little bit of weight since COVID broke out, with the massive amounts of eating and, drinking beer and stuff like that.
Sedentary.
Exactly, yeah, and just not getting my heart rate up as much as I used to. And so I wanted to feel healthier, and I obviously take my supplements every day, so I take care of myself in that regard, right. Hydration, sleep, but, the other aspects of life, such as working out, getting exercise. I was definitely indulging in eating a lot of food over the kind of quarantine period, and then obviously, drinking beer every now and then too, which doesn't help with weight.
No, not at all.
But so I really wanted to get ahead with my body, the detox, and feel more clear in my head. But yeah, that's sort of why I wanted to do it, and I'll kind of explain the
Yeah, and it seemed like in the beginning of the 8 days was quite easy for you.
Yeah.
And then the second half wasn't so easy, and it could be different for everyone.
So it was actually 3 different phases, if I remember correctly. And the first few days for me were a breeze. I took the bags very easily. I mean, I obviously felt warm inside, that feeling that you told me I was going to feel. But I felt fine. Like I had an appetite those first 3 days. And then so it was an 8-day protocol. So I would say from day 3 to 6, maybe even 7, it was really, really rough. Yeah. Not as far as like I wasn't throwing up or anything like that, but I had zero appetite. I had to force food down during those days. I had zero appetite. It was just rough. It was kind of like how you would expect your addiction patients to go. But then the last couple of days was good, and then my appetite slowly started to come back. So I think the biggest takeaway I got from all this was stop feeding yourself bad foods, Walker, and in massive amounts, because my metabolism, I'm sure, was reset with all of that.
I think it's a huge takeaway. It's huge.
And when I get that, when I have my body back, when I have that eating healthy foods in small portions and not drinking beer 4 nights a week and switching to 2, then I feel the mental clarity then reflect exactly how I'm treating my body.
That's awesome. I mean, that's huge.
Yeah.
Especially after COVID. I think we all use this.
Yeah. Well, not that any of us had COVID, but
the symptom of, the season, I should say, of COVID. Not that we've had it. No, we haven't. So how would you say, do you feel like, because it's also a brain restoration, do you feel like you think differently in any way?
Yeah. And I think that kind of alludes to my last point is it all works together, right? So when you start feeding your body nutritious foods and not pizza and burgers and whatever, your brain automatically starts to reflect those changes, and you're able to think more clear. And for me, and I don't know if this is the right term, I hear the word brain fog a lot.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was kind of starting to develop that just with my diet and not exercising and just the whole stress of what's happening.
Absolutely.
And I just felt the brain fog really kind of, not to a point where it was scary or anything like that, but I was like, this is taking me a long time to make these decisions, and it really helped with that as well.
So you can make decisions faster.
Yes.
And healthier, good. Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm very grateful that I did it, and just to see how my body felt. I can kind of go into how it made me feel inside now.
Sure.
it's just kind of a really warm feeling. You start the IV and you don't really notice it at first, and then you can speed up the
drip rate.
The drip rate, and then you start to just kind of feel this really warm, really hard to explain feeling in your body, and then it kind of subsides after you've been feeling it for a while. And then for me, I fell asleep almost every day because I was just, I don't know why. I mean, I'd gotten plenty of sleep, but
just makes the day go faster too.
Yeah,
and it's exhausting. Like NAD makes your body work so hard. Your cells are working and working and working, and that's where your metabolism goes up. That's where we clear all the waste from our body, all the inflammation from our body. So 8 days. Is there somebody in particular that you think would benefit from this?
Everyone. I don't really know who wouldn't benefit from this unless you are an extreme athlete and
perfect health.
Eat perfect health, everything. For me, it was really, like I said, it was just a reset. And this year has been the most stagnant as far as my body goes since I was born. I'm in the worst shape. I haven't, gone to the gym on a consistent basis or anything like that. So it's been really tough for me psychologically, honestly, to deal with that and then see myself eating these large portions of food. And I just wanted to get back to who I had been the first 22 years of my life.
Well, most of your life you were trying to gain weight and eat and eat and eat.
Well, right.
And now it's like, okay, we're full grown. We don't want to eat anymore.
Yeah.
And
Flip the switch.
Yeah, I think that's huge for somebody young like you to appreciate, not eating so much fast food that makes us feel so bad. Once in a while, hey, we're all going to
I have my cravings, I have my cravings for sure. But that also is a testament to how you raised me and health conscious, because I think so many times, and I didn't take your advice all the time when I was younger, but I heard it. I heard you, and it made sense to me of keeping your immune system. And that's another thing I think with this is my immune system feels better. Like I feel more ready to fight off whatever I come in contact with.
We can use NAD to kill viruses and bacteria. I just don't, because there's less expensive IVs to do that efficiently. But I know other doctors use NAD to kill infections, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
8 days, 3 bags, your immune system's on fire. It's awesome.
And I was expecting, because, I didn't know what the difference was between getting this treatment for addiction and for brain restoration. And you had been telling me all these stories about people getting it for addiction and how they're sitting there and struggling and throwing up all day. And I was like, wow, I don't want that to be the case. And luckily it wasn't, obviously.
Yes.
I'm not addicted to anything. But those 8 days, I would be lying if I said they weren't
difficult,
weren't rough. Yeah.
And Walker's right. Most of our patients have done NAD for addiction, and we have had 100% success with no fallbacks, relapses with their whatever their addiction was. And then when I did my training for NAD last month, I learned the importance of brain restoration. And that could be after a brain injury. It could be for Parkinson's, Alzheimer's. It can get rid of the plaque in our brain. I mean, it's amazing what NAD does. And I learned this on my 3-day weekend not too long ago, but all I was ever thinking about was addiction. So now for me, if I do 1 or 2 bags a month, I do feel completely de-inflamed. I do. I'm not addicted to anything either, but it just makes me feel really clean and really clear, like Walker was saying. And so now I want to start doing more NAD for brain restoration. There's only one place you can purchase that type of NAD. There's lots of NADs you can purchase for addiction, but for brain restoration, there's only one place to get it, and that's where we get ours. So I welcome you to send any people in that might have any kind of head injury, neurological condition, anxiety, depression, you name it, and addiction.
And if I could just say one more thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
About if you're someone like my age and kind of, because I have a lot of friends who kind of went through the COVID-20 and putting on a few pounds and don't feel anywhere close to where they used to be. I have a lot of friends who've been athletes and who now feel just out of commission these last 9 or 10 months because of what's transpired. I would suggest looking into the program. I mean, it really is, it made me feel a lot better. My diet has changed a lot. I just feel better.
Yeah,
and I think for whoever else is feeling like that, and I know that a lot of my friends are, I can't speak for everyone my age, but it's definitely been a year of what is sedentary?
Sedentary, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just I would highly suggest it. I know it's a pricey procedure, but if you want to invest in your health and your longevity, then I would look into it for sure.
You made me think of something, because I know for myself, I feel clear, I feel de-inflamed. I think, honestly, this would be great for athletes to get on top of their game.
Yeah.
You know, it's not illegal. I mean, athletes can do this. NAD is a natural part of our body. If they did 8 days of this, what do you think of their performance afterwards?
The thing is, many athletes don't have an 8-day stretch where they're not training, where they're not even in the off season. Where,
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think if there's a way to maybe not do the full 8-day protocol, but somehow work in a couple bags a month, like you just said, then that would.
You know, it'll be interesting. We can go to someone's house at night and have them drip while they're sleeping. We have concierge nursing.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, we have concierge nursing go to your home. Even a physician goes to your home. So if you need help, just give us a call in the comfort of your own home for 8 days. So anything else you wanted to say?
Just thank you for having me on the show. I've been looking forward to coming on for a little bit now. And
Yes.
I'm happy I could share my experience with NAD and hope that it opens some eyes as far as you don't just have to get this if you're addicted to something or if you have dementia or,
True.
You can get this as a healthy human and only improve your quality of life.
Right. And healthy patients do them tend about once a month.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah. So thank you. I hope that this helped you or some friends of yours. We look forward to seeing you next week on the Dr. Ramsey Show, and I look forward to bringing some patients who've experienced NAD for different reasons so you can understand their experience as well. Have a great day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining us, and stay tuned for our episode next Tuesday. Stay healthy and happy. Until next time.